Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. At first, I thought I could make this with an 8-sided polygon. And then I realized I need longer sides. So to draw this, I'm just going to take a square and I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. Then I'm going to get my shape tool, and right here, I'm going to go to chamfered corners. And I'm going to not hold down my control button, and I'm going to do like right there, almost like a 8-sided, but these sides are longer. Matter of fact, let's make it, well, that's about right. Then I'm going to take a square and hit B, put it in the center of the page. And I really need to take a line, a 2-point line, and go from there to there. And now I need that square touching that line. So I'm going to grab it and grab that corner and hold down the shift key, and it'll grow from the outside in. Just get close is really all you need. Now I'm going to make all these lines black. And I'm going to get a red line, and I'm going to put it right there. And I'm going to make a duplicate, and I'm going to have it snap right there. And I'm going to shift select both lines, and I'm going to go to Windows, Dockers, and no, I'm not, sorry. I'm going to go to Effects and Blend. I'm going to blend them 5 times. Now immediately go and break the blend apart. If you don't, you'll mess up. And I'm going to hold down the Alt key and swipe through there. Matter of fact, I need to put one more line. Forgot about that line to make it flat. Now I can take my holding down the Alt key and I can just go nuts. And that's all I need. And because I'm already working in the center of the page, I can delete all that stuff. If I didn't, I'd have to put a circle there or something. Now I'm going to group this together so I can get rid of it in a minute. Here's kind of a couple of tools. I'm going to get the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to go ahead and fill in all 6 of these. And then I'm going to actually nudge that one away and delete my lines because I don't want lines. Now I'm going to get my interactive fill tool, and I'm going to swipe across here and go pretty far past on both ends. And I'm going to put black. Whoop, I missed it because it was scrolling up. Black at both ends. Maybe you don't even have to use black, you can use the dark gray. And then get that turquoise, try to put it right in the middle. I missed it, so it turned the whole thing turquoise. Need to be right on that line. Now maybe bring that one up a little bit more. I don't want so much blackness. Now as we go downhill, this is going to change, but that's personal preference. Now what I can do is grab my attribute eyedropper, which is really saves a lot of time, and I'm going to copy that and put it there, 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 there. You can see how my line is going downhill. I don't really care. I could change it quite easily by, moving these up, but I kind of like it like that. Now what I can do is change the color. I'm going to put red there. I'm going to put, I never have liked yellow. Yellow to me looks dirty, but I'm going to leave it. We've already got that light blue. We'll do I need to select it. Let's go blue. And you could use the same color over and over. We're going to leave that one that color. And let's put a dark purple in that one. And orange. Okay? Now, group this together. Control G. Control D. Alternate C, or change your rotation in the center and rotate it 90 degrees. Okay, I didn't evidently Control D, so I'm going to Control D, and then this time I'm going to put it as 0, and then Control D, Control D. And look at that, it fits perfectly. You put the box around it. And I really like this one over my other one that I made for the practice. It's more vibrant colors. maybe because the yellow's not on the outside. But it looks like a folded ribbon of sort. Anyway, hope you learned a few tools and gave you some ideas, and thank you for watching.